Hey folks, Sheriff Lamb here. As you know, we like to read books occasionally for the kids, especially now that kids are not in school. And today we're going to be reading a book, and I've got a little friend here to help me out. We're reading a book called Flatulent Fred. It's written by Kathy Wertz, illustrated by Kalen Oldfather. And he's going to be helping read. He's got his little tactical vest, his little badge, and Fred's going to help me read this book today. So here we go. From the very beginning, without any doubt, there was something about Fred that made him stand out. Fred? He wasn't a purebred or best in his class, wasn't super intelligent. Fred just had gas. Oops. Wherever he went and whatever he did, the older dogs shunned him, the younger ones hid. I understand why. He could make grown men choke and old ladies turn red. Pretty soon, folks were calling him Flatulent Fred. Now, everyone wants to be loved and respected, but Fred felt repulsive, remorseful, rejected. So he set out to find something good he could do that would make him feel happy and help people too. When Fred worked as a bird dog, he'd point and he'd stay, but he made so much racket the birds flew away. So Fred joined the police force to help sniff out drugs, but he ended up being more help to the thugs. Scared him off. He tried leading the blind and delivering newspapers, but people complained of the noise and the vapors. One day in the midst of his flatulent thunder, some kids started laughing, and this made Fred wonder. What if this problem I've had since a pup is really a gift meant to cheer children up? So Fred found a cool cape and a cannon for thrills. Then he went to the city to sell his new skills. But when Fred showed up a lady his favorite trick, she screamed, "Anyone finding that funny is sick." "Great advice," Fred exclaimed as he dashed out the door. "I believe I know what I've been searching for." Down the street at our Mother of Hope Children's Ward, tiny patients were lonely, depressed, or just bored. And they needed a break from their worry and gloom. That's when Flatulent Fred trotted into the room. "Ladies and gentlemen," they all heard Fred say, "I am here to perform some strong magic today. Observe, if you will, please, this small empty bed." Fred climbed in and he pulled the sheet close to his head. They heard something ripple. Then, to their surprise, Fred's sheet bubbled up and continued to rise. The patients applauded, then came a loud shout. "And now, for my next trick, please turn the lights out." Then Fred struck a match, and from that tiny spark flashed a huge flaming fireball that glowed in the dark. Children oohed and then they awed and they laughed without stopping as Fred's fancy fireworks kept cracking and popping. And though doctors and nurses who worked on the floor were all wearing their face masks, they clamored for more. Fred shot out the cannon, then wilted some flowers. Why, he had enough magic to go on for hours. But the greatest of all, the most magical trick, was that kids began feeling less broken, less sick. For as fevers came down and as pain went away, everyone that Fred made laugh felt better that day. And they learned the best medicine then and thereafter was found in the powerful healing of laughter. And Fred felt fulfilled because he played a part, even when all he knew how to do was to fart. Thank you, Fred. And this is actually a message to parents. Once the air finally clears, you'll find that this little story is not so much about Fred's gas as it is about his wanting to help others, refusing to be defeated, being creative, discovering the positive side of problems, and the healing power of laughter. Allow yourselves and your children permission to lighten up and giggle about gas. It's a small price to pay for the valuable life's lessons that are contained in Flatulent Fred. And remember, there's a little of Fred's magic in all of us. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. God bless. And remember, laugh.